Hello YouTube. Again, I would like to start off by thanking you all for the support. Greatly appreciate the feedback and will continue to work on my editing skills. Thank you for sharing my content. It means a lot to me. Today I'll be doing a quick vintage league with Doomsday, and I'll be making one change, which I'll be removing the dress down for the third fatal push. 3 fatal pushes and Dismember were my original creature sweep for Eternal Weekend. Last minute, while checking MTGO, I saw that most Doomsday players were at least running one dress down, either in the main or the sideboard. So I cut a fatal push for dress down. It didn't really come up at all at Eternal Weekend. But what I'll be doing throughout the league is I'll mark down any time where dress down would have either won me a game, and then I'll discuss that in my closing thoughts. If you see any ways that I could have played around stuff or better piles, please let me know in the comment section below. Thank you, and let's get into round number 1. Welcome to round number 1. I am on the play, and I would like to go first. Okay. This is not a bad hand. They haven't revealed a Lurrus or anything. No mana, but I'm going to keep. See what they decide to do, if anything. Okay, so we're going to start with a Sapphire. Sure. Let's cast Sapphire. And let's preordain. Looking for mana. Put on top of library. Put on top of library. Cast. And I'm going to pass the turn. So right now, I can Street Wraith into the Brainstorm if needed to try to dig for a counterspell next turn, or we're just holding up Flusterstorm. So we're pretty strong. We're pretty much looking just to do a Demonic Consultation, Thassa's Oracle kill, hopefully. Nothing during the upkeep. Emerald is fine. Fast Spawn is fine. And a Wasteland. Okay. You have a Maya. Yep. Yep. Seems good. Ramanap Excavator. I'm okay with this. It looks like there's some kind of lands deck. Yep. Cool, you can do all of this. Are they just going to keep thinning their deck out? Sure, that's all fine by me. Yep. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card as long as it remains. I think I'm going to cycle. And see if we can counter this. Pay a life, we'll search. Let's get a basic island. And let's brainstorm. No counter magic, but we found the other land. I'm just going to put back this and this. And Valakut Awakening resolves. Yep. Sure. Have it beside you. Yep. Sure. I mean, I'm just going to try to kill them next turn. I don't know what they're possibly looking for here. Underneath is another Mox. Sure, of course our crew fix is fine. There's a Wasteland. They want to play the Wasteland, they can play the Wasteland. Sure. The good thing is, like, there's nothing in their hand, so I think we're fine. That, they don't have Threshold, so I think we're good on getting, like, pinged down by Barbarian Ring. Yep. Okay. Hopefully we get another turn. There's a Ghost Quarter. This could be bad now. Let's see what they do. So they're just trying to now do enough damage to me? Huh. Okay, maybe we die. We'll see what happens here. Some kind of land stack. So far... there's a Bazaar. Can they kill me, though? They need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They needed to get 17 cards under it. If I need to make them do all the actions, I'll make them do all the actions, but we'll see what happens. Yeah. Yeah. I think they can just... Okay. I think they're just going to pass the turn, and it's going to kill us. But let's just see what happens here. I get to see more of their deck, which is fine. See if they would like to end the turn. Yep. They should end the turn. I should just die, right? Yep. They have another Valakut. Sure. I think we're just dead. Yep, yep. But we do not concede here. So what do we want to bring in? Looks like we want to bring in at least a Force and Negation. They're not drawing cards. Maybe we can bring in like Fatal Push for Ramonak Excavator. Everything seems to be like a 3-drop. I think it's like what, F6? Yep. I'm pretty sure I'm dead. Yep. Triggers, death. Cool. Yep. Okay, what do we have? So it's probably a Leyline of the Void matchup. Seem to be very graveyard heavy. Bring in those. Bring in this Force and Negation. Fatal Push, maybe. Opposition Agent looks like it would hurt them a lot. I'm down to cut Street Wraith. I'm down to cut a Mystical Tutor. Flusterstorm did not look like it would be worth it at all that game. Preordain, that could probably come out. Cut this. Maybe the opposition agent's just too cute. I'm down to do this. Okay, let's submit. Yes, I would like to be on the play. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. We're just gonna go land, Lotus. I'm down to... We'll fetch the basic island. If they have the strip mine, they have the strip mine. If they don't, it's fine. But we're just gonna now crack Lotus for black. And we're gonna cast Doomsday. I would like Ancestral. I would like my Black Lotus back. Thassa's Oracle, Pact, and Thassa's Oracle, Pact. What else would we want? Thassa's Oracle, Pact. One more card. Not Daze. We can go with the Flusters. Oh, we cut a Flusterstorm. We could just put another Force. Okay, so the order that we want, so we're done with this, that's fine. So I guess we just don't want to get Collector oofed. And then the order that we want is probably Force on the bottom, Pact, Thassa, Black Lotus, Ancestral Recall. Hit OK, and let's pass the turn. So yeah, we're going to just either force a Collector oof or probably force a Fastbomb. I didn't see any Pyroblasts. Oh, I had a stop in their upkeep. That's my bad. Yep, sure. Sure. You gonna strip mine me? Yep. Target myself. Black Lotus. Blue. Thassa's Oracle. Trigger. Sure. Okay, let's go back to sideboarding. They now know I have Leyline of the Voids. Do I want Flusterstorm for like crop rotation now that I've seen it? Well, I did see the crop rotation before. Probably not still. I think actually, I'll cut a Duress for Fluster. And I'll submit deck. They'll be on the play. They seem to be a very strong on the play deck. Oh, I'm gonna keep this. Let's keep and hit OK. Hopefully that slows down some of their combo angle. Yep. Sure. Gonna get a Dryad Arbor. See if they do anything in my upkeep before my draw. They do not. Okay, let's go this. I'm just gonna Fatal Push that, and then let's Preordain. We can put this on the bottom of my library. And then we'll put this on the top, and then we'll pass the turn. I'll probably just daze anything. Sure. Yeah. A non-basic land. Okay. Happens. See what they've got. I'm down to play the draw go game. I'm down to kill them this turn. Let's go with Dark Ritual. Let's go with this Doomsday. Did we mess up? I don't think we messed up. We probably should have cracked the Lotus for blue beforehand. But we'll see what happens here. I can go like Ancestral, Thassa's Oracle. Oh, do we just go like double land? Land. So wait, what do we have? We have Ancestral. We have Underground Sea. We have Underground Sea. We have Thassa's Oracle. Okay, wait. Stuff's not highlighting. Let's do this. Thassa's Oracle. Underground Sea. Underground Sea. Ancestral. And a pact. We want like a pact negation, if I can find it. There we go. Sure. Oh, that seems super bad. No. I'm going to put a force in the pile. Okay, done. Done, 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 done. Sure. Pact. Or force. Underground, pact. Thassa's Oracle, Ancestral. I think I made this pile quite wrong, but we'll see what happens here. Put on top of your library. Ancestral myself. Do you have the Red Blast? Storm is 4. Do you have a Mindbreak Trap? No Mindbreak Trap. Blue, Thassa's Oracle. Cool. Good game. Okay, time for round number 2. I won the die roll and I would like to go first. They didn't reveal Luris. I mean, what? This is like a turn 3 Doomsday unless I find something with 2 cantrips. I'm going to keep because I have Probe. So let's go for it. Nothing revealed. Okay, so let's... cast... targeting them. Paying 2 life. See what their hand is. Okay. They've got a Force of Negation, Narcomoeba. Okay, so they are factual bizarre. Let's cast this. And we're just going to pass the turn. And hopefully we don't die. But they are 7-card bizarre hand. Okay. Nothing during their upkeep. Yep. So we'll hide that. Yes. And then this should be their graveyard, so we can see that. So they got rid of a Narcomoeba, a Prized Amalgam, and a Serum Powder. So they may have found another blue card. That's okay. On a turn, we'll fetch. No. Hit okay. It's a Demonic Tutor. I mean, as long as we don't die next turn, I'm fine with this. Maybe they counter the Demonic Tutor. Yep, that is a-okay by me. Negation down. And what did they exile? They exiled a Force of Will. Okay, that's fine. Next turn, we're going to try to go off and win with land into Doomsday double Street Wraith. So it's their turn. We'll take 4. Potentially more. We'll see. So far we see we'll go to 4, we'll go to 13, we'll take 2. We'll go to 12, go to 6, go to 2. Okay. So like Creeping Chill is a little annoying here. Double Bazaar. Okay. This is... Well, I think we knew about the second Bazaar. So I think we're fine with that. Yep. Okay. We'll go land. We'll fetch. Go to 12. Black, black, black. Doomsday. Okay. So, what we can do here is we can do Ancestral and Days. Ancestral Days, and that should... Do we want to go Ancestral? Huh. Okay, so I want this Black Lotus. I want this Thassa's Oracle. I'm down for an Ancestral Recall. I'm down for a... I'm dead either way, so I'm going to go for a... Pact and Negation and a Daze. Okay, I like that. I actually really like this. So our plan is we cycle twice. We get Ancestral plus Daze, and we Ancestral into Black Lotus Pact Thassa's Oracle. Cool. And so it's going to be Thassa's Oracle, and so Thassa's Oracle, Daze, Black Lotus, Pact, Ancestral Recall. We'll cycle. Noxious Revival targeting that. That's fine. We'll cycle. I'll target myself. If they've got something, they've got something. I don't think they can have anything. Okay, they had the mental misstep. Very well played. Well played. Okay. And then we will concede and go to next game. Very nice. I guess we could have played around it with Gush. Okay, what do we want? These and some ley lines are fine. We don't really want Necro. We don't want Street Wraith. We don't want Mystical. Flusterstorm's fine. I consider can be cut. A Preordain can be cut. Because we're bringing 6 cards. I'm down to cut. Where is Force of Negation? Force of Negation can be cut. We can leave in the misdirection. We can misdirect a Force Effect. Okay. And then we shall submit the deck. Okay, we're going to be on the play. I'm going to mull. This hand just seems too slow. Like if I had a ritual, sure. But no. We don't keep that. We'll keep this. We'll pitch the Pact and we'll keep the Force effect. Let's see if they keep another 7. Double Bazaar opener. Maybe we could have played around. Yeah, we probably could have played around that with Gush and a Time Walk pile. But very well played. They had the correct read. Okay, and we're gonna bottom Pact and just make our land drops and have forces up. Okay. I think they're trying to decide on, maybe they have a serum powder, but they have like a lot of good stuff in their powder that they don't want to pitch with. Could be a thing. That, or they could always be double queued, but we'll see. But my entire game plan is to try to survive off this ley line with force back up into Shieldred, just get Shieldred out and try to muscle through with Shieldred until I can set up a Doomsday kill. Okay. They're keeping theirs. I'm going to keep mine. I'm going to get rid of that. But they did keep 7 again with Bazaar, which is a little frightening. Okay. Land, and I'll pass. Question is, if they have a hollow one, do I counter it? Nothing. Interesting. Maybe they just have a handful of counter magic? Or they have the Force of Vigor here. They do not have the Force of Vigor here. And we're just going to keep passing the turn. I'm going to start thinning out my deck at the end of their turn. 8 cards. One of these should be exile. I can always just see exile here as well. Play the Bazaar. Okay. And yeah, let's start thinning. No. Okay. Ritual wouldn't be bad here, but hey, we'll just go another Underground Sea and pass the turn. Let them start to decide what to do. Draw. Yep. Bazaar is good. Shambling Shell, Icarid is went into exile. They want to grief me. That's fine. Let them grief me. What would you like to take? Yep, they took the Ponder. Sure. It's fine. Do they have Vigor on my upkeep? That's a hollow one. That's fine. I'm not really afraid of a hollow one. Another hollow one would be quite dangerous. Sometimes we are just that good. Do they have a counter spell? Let's see. Okay, begin sideboarding. Yeah, they kind of just can't get through that, which is exactly what I thought. I'll just out card advantage them. So they are on Griefs. There's really nothing here that I care to take out or to add back in. Maybe I could do a Dismember over a Flusterstorm, but I'm down to just run it back. They did keep 7 twice with Dredge. Big fear, big fear. Huh. 7 cards enter the exile zone. They lost 2 forces, a Mindbreak Trap, and a Force of Vigor. I'm gonna mulligan this hand. I'm gonna keep this hand. We'll send a Dark Ritual back. Keep. And we'll pitch a Dark Ritual. Done. So they definitely know that I have something that's decently strong. If I decide to keep a hand like this. Yep, Bazaar. Bazaar's good. Prize Amalgam, Serum. Hollow One's fine. Doomsday off the top would be amazing. It's a daze. It's not terrible. And because it's a daze, I'm inclined to maybe Ancestral here. So I'm going to Ancestral target myself here. Daze this. Got anything else? We have a black mana floating. Storm is... Dark Ritual. Doomsday. We have Force backup. We can cycle the Street Wraith to draw another Force of Will. And then we can Time Walk land. We can land Time Walk. Okay. Let's see what we want to do here. Because I want to play around that Mental Misstep. I don't really want to be getting got by that again. So it's going to be this. I'm down for a... There should be another Force of Will. We want this Lotus. We have Lotus, Force of Will, Thassa's Oracle, Time Walk. So what I draw for turn, I Street Wraith into a Force. So now I have Force. I then Time Walk. We go down to... So we Street Wraith for Force potentially. I will draw for turn. Time Walk into Gush. Is that too many cards? Let me make sure that's 5. Street Wraith is 1. We go down to 4. Draw for turn is... Now we're down to 3. We Time Walk. We draw for turn, which is going to be the Time Walk. So now we're down to 3 cards in our deck. We land Time Walk. We then put another land and Oracle. So right now, because we need the other land for Gush. So what does this Lotus actually give us? This Lotus gives us nothing. because we're doing a Time Walk pile. I guess the issue is like, oh, if they kill Sapphire, that could be an issue. I don't think it's Lotus. We cycle Street Wraith going from 5 to 4, which is for a Force of Will. We draw for turn, going to 3 cards in our deck, which will be Time Walk. We Time Walk going, and then we draw for turn, which will be another land, into Gush. And we Gush into Oracle plus not this Lotus. So this Lotus is going to be a Pact Negation. It'll hit done. Okay. So I would like Pact, Thassa's Oracle, Underground Sea, Time Walk, Force, and hit OK. We're at 9. Sure. Do your worst. Please don't actually do your worst, but do your worst. Okay. Okay, we are here for round number 3. I have won the die roll yet again. So yes, I would like to be on the play. I'll keep this. This has just like a lot going for it. I'm just going to start off with the Duress, and I'll have Force back up. And we're not going to play the fetch land of fetch because we're hoping to try to draw a 3rd land, so we don't really want to do that. Okay, so we will go land, black, Duress, target my opponent. Let's see what kind of gamer they are today. We'll take the Force of Will, the Fairy Time Reveler. Okay, so there's some kind of like blue-white control deck. See the rest of their hand, and we'll just go to end step. So I don't want to get Hull Breachered. Okay. Oh, there's the Flooded Strand. Here's our 2nd land that we want. And we're going to pass the turn, and hopefully they miss on something. Yeah, they're going to cycle Lorien Revealed. Okay, so they're not going to cycle Lorien Revealed. They would rather have card selection. Interesting. Now they're doing so. Now they're going to cycle the Lorien Revealed. Okay. There's Saga Gaming. Oh, that resolves. Did you an Emerald? That's fine. So now I gotta worry about Hull Breacher. But they don't really get a choice between Hull Breacher and Lavinia. Let's start thinning the deck. No, I don't want to pay 2 life. Yep, okay. A Gush here would be nice. Let's go Doomsday. So we'll have Force backup. We'll have Force Fluster backup for something. So I'm down for like a Gush Duress Time Walk pile here. So Time Walk Thassa's Oracle. Time Walk Thassa's Oracle. Gush Duress. So it's what? Gush, Duress, Time Walk, Thassa's Oracle. Thassa's Oracle? Yeah, I like that pile. So it's going to be Oracle, Oracle. How do you undo? Let's undo that. Duress, Time Walk, Gush. There we go. And then we're just going to pass the turn. Yep, you have Saga. Do you have a counter Do you have any counter magic? Let's see. You're gonna go Lavinia. You're gonna go Hull Breacher. Did you draw Force at all? Yep, there's the Tundra that we know about. Yep. Yep. I mean, I'm gonna cast... Exiling Force of Negation. Did you draw a counter spell? Yeah, I have Spell Pierce covered. I have Flusterstorm. Got quite a lot. Blue, blue, and a Gush. Targeting these two lands. Let's go Swamp. Let's duress my opponent. Take the Lorien Revealed. Let's Time Walk. This is a very strong pile that you can use versus like suspected dress downs. Blue, blue, Oracle. Nope. Cool. Let's begin the sideboarding. Okay, no Luris, but we want Shieldrids. We want possibly Fatal Push, Dismember, Opposition Agent. We kind of just want to go like this mid-range style deck. Get rid of Street Wraiths. We keep considering because there's a Hull Breacher. Hull Breacher scares the living daylights out of me. We can cut maybe a couple Preordains. I'm down to cut. Are we going slow or are we going fast? I think we can maybe go a little slower here. We can cut a Ritual. And then I am down to cut a Mystical Tutor. So we'll cut these 6. We'll bring in these 6. And, is Fatal Push better? Oh, we're bringing 2 Fatal Pushes. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I was wondering if Fatal Push was better than the Dismember. Like maybe bringing in a 3rd Fatal Push. I mean, this hand isn't terrible. I think we're going to keep it. Like if they do stuff, it might be sad, but we'll see what happens. Okay, I mean, they did nothing, so that makes me a very happy gamer. Tap upkeep, draw. I like a Force of Negation. Start off with this. Let's cast this. I'm down to Demonic Tutor. Like, if you want to counter the Demonic Tutor, counter the Demonic Tutor. But we'll see. I'm just going to grab the Thassa's Oracle, and next turn I'm going to try to kill them. Okay, Strip Mine it is. Yep, that's fine. Could not really play around that. End of turn, nothing. We'll draw. Brainstorm. See if we can bait something out. I don't think we're going to be necroing this game, and I don't think we're going to be opposition agenting this game. But what I want to do is I really want to start ripping apart their hand. Now maybe I should fetch for the island, but we'll see. I'll take the Force of Will. If we draw land for turn, if I draw a land for turn, I can start off with Demonic Consultation, because I left Force of Negation in their hand, and they might just let the Demonic Consultation go. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see. They are Stoneforge Mystic deck, though. Interesting, interesting. You don't really see a lot of that. Black Lotus, you say. I'm not going to let them do anything. I'm not going to give them Black Lotus. Sure, your Stoneforge resolves. I can just Fatal Push the Stoneforge during... Or we can bait. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Yep. Land. Huh. I'm down to do this to see if they will counter with their Force of Negation pitching to Faria or Lavinia. Maybe they think that I see it as such a big issue that they'll try to keep it around. But we'll pass the turn. We did see the Urza Saga. So right now we still know that they have counter magic up. Oh, my apologies. Yep, that's fine. Ponder's good. Now, like, they've seen like 2 cards since our duress. We're up a game. I'm down to go for the aggressive play here. If I draw a Ritual, I just slam Doomsday, make him counter it. They get to surveil. I'm not really the biggest fan of these slow lands. Okay. Come on, mana. Nothing that we could hit, sadly. So we're just going to pass the turn. It happens. They'll have access to about 4-ish mana next turn. Maybe more. They could just make a construct here. They are not making a construct. Okay. So they want all their mana. We're still pretty live. Yep, they grabbed a Sapphire. Teferi's fine. Are they going to Teferi, bounce their Sapphire to draw a card, and then play Lavinia? Teferi. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we couldn't really counter it. Maybe we should have tried to just daze the Teferi and make them pay. Yep. Here's Lavinia, there's Teferi. Yes. Let's just hope that it's just negation. And we draw a land for turn. Then we can try to win. I think we're just going to concede and go next. Just didn't really hit many lands. What do we want? I feel like we just run it back. Maybe we cut the opposition agent out. We're going to keep it. I think it's still very strong. Yes, I would like to be on the play. This hand doesn't do anything. Mulligan. This hand also doesn't do anything. Ugh. We go into 5. I mean, what did that hand do? It showed me their hand. It had a creature kill, had some lands, and it had like 1 extra filter. Potentially I could have seen 3 cards with it. Maybe it wasn't terrible. But I think we can just be doing more. And it looked like they were willing to keep, I'm not going to say subpar hands, but not like the best of hands. Okay, we'll keep this. I'm down to get rid of Gush isn't doing anything, and get rid of this. Done. So we're just hoping to kind of overpower them with Doomsdays. So I need to hit rituals, which we boarded out a ritual. Not the best hand, but we do have creature removal. Not Lavinia creature removal, though. We need 1 more land for that. But I am 100% willing to go draw go with my opponent. Looks like they are in the same wheelhouse. Sure, that's fine. Top's annoying. Ritual? No. Fatal push. I will take 2 damage. Would you like to pay 2 life? Yes. Okay. Are you going to strip mine me? Not yet. Maybe they just do it in my upkeep. Or my end step. Yeah, they should do it now. That's fine. I'll pay 2 life. Cycle. Let's get this Underground Sea. Let's preordain. Try to find more mana. Do they counter the preordain? Put on bottom. Put on bottom. Draw. Put a land into play. Hit OK. We still have our Fatal Push Dismember. So we're just kind of waiting for them to make some moves. White. Lorien revealed. Yep, that's fine. Oh, that is their graveyard, and we know that they've got this. Okay, if they want to take a turn and do a tap land, that is fine by me. We are wastelanding me out of the game. A little sad, but it happens. During their upkeep, I'm going to attempt to recall. I need to start making them actually do stuff. Do you have Fluster? Do you have Force of Will? You gotta Force of Will. You can't Force a Negation this. I know that you have 5 cards. A deck like this can always have just too many random things in their hand. He could have some Sagas. He could have the artifacts for his Stoneforge Mystic, so he's trying to figure out what to do. So we're just hoping that Ancestral resolves. We're going to tap Tundra to look at the top 3 cards with Stoneforge. It resolved. Okay, and we hit Ritual. Nice, 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 nice. We're going to start baiting out some of these Doomsdays on their turn. Yeah, that's fine. Yep, that's also fine. So he has 5 cards in hand. Yep, blue, blue. Time Walk. That is perfectly fine. What could happen to me? A lot. But let's see. Hopefully he's just trying to set up some kind of Hull Breacher, and then I have double removal for it. I would like that. I would like that a lot. Okay, Punder. I wonder what was on top that he didn't want to even, like, bother looking at the top 3 cards with Tundra. Island. Okay. Yep. Yep, Hull Breacher is perfectly fine. I do not care about the Hull Breacher. Black. Let's try to Fatal Push this. That resolved. Interesting. Doomsday resolves. What could it mean? How much mana does he have? He's got 4, so he could be able to play for my days next turn. Unless he, like, maneuvers stuff and doesn't do it correctly. Okay. But what? I'm going to 6, so I can pay 4 and dismember a Hull Breacher, and then what? We gush? I think we just have to gush, hoping to fade. What? Gush, Lotus, Thassa's Oracle. And then, well, we just do like some super long-term plan, right? So what am I doing? I'm drawing for turn, which would be my gush, and what we gush into Lotus, Thassa's Oracle, play our land for turn. Nothing happens. So what, we just do another Thassa's Oracle and a Pact? So yeah, we gush into Lotus, Thassa's Oracle, and then it's just what? Thassa's Oracle Pact? Sure. Granted, like, this does not play around, this does not play around a Wasteland whatsoever, so that's bad. But it happens, it happens. We have we have a Dismember, we've got stuff. We definitely do have some stuff. I would like, so it's probably going to be Pact, Thassa's Oracle, Lotus, undo that. Thassa's Oracle, Lotus, Gush. So we're not playing around Wasteland, but we're playing around a second Hull Breacher or something that we can kill. Yep. I ain't got anything. Yep, Lavinia's fine. Yep, look at the top 3. Oh, Lavinia's not fine. Because now we can't do anything. I guess we just are going to get beat down a little bit. Okay. Okay, well, let's see what happens here. This might suck. Yeah, so ow, Thassa's Oracle. He's got to deal with that, maybe. I think Lavinia wins that. I did not think about Lavinia, so that's on me. Okay. Hey, Thassa's Oracle blocks, right? He going in for the kill. What is this thing? Sure, you can have another Stoneforge Mystic, I guess. 2, 4. Yeah, I think this just kills me. Yep. Timely Lavinia, because I cannot actually kill it. I read a second Hull Breacher. I did not read Lavinia. So this game was preventable. Concede. Yes. GG. Okay, round number 4 has begun. I have won the die roll yet again. So I would like to be on the play. They haven't shown a Luris. I think we'll keep this. And hopefully hit a land in 4 cards? Sure. Okay. Oh, they look to be F6. Okay. Put on top of your library, put on top of your library, and put on top of the library. Would you like to shuffle? No. I'll take the force, and I'll pass the turn. See what they got. Kept 7. They seem to be F6'd. What kind of deck are you playing? Chromox. Yeah, we're gonna force this pitching. Let's dig through time, because I am afraid you may be a mono-white gamer, and I do not want to play against any of that. Let's see what you are. Cavernous Souls, okay, or Ancient Tomb. So possibly mono-white, and I just took them off their only white source? Okay. Let's draw. I'll recall targeting myself. I'm down to duress my opponent, see what's in their hand. They are mono-white. We're going to take this land. Ugh, amazing. That was top-notch. Yeah, they've got Wasteland, Ancient Tomb. So it's going to suck a little bit, but I think we're fine. But right now, we have told mono-white they will not be playing mono-white today. Yep, there's the Wasteland that we know about. That's fine. Yeah. Happens. Yes. Okay. I'm going to probe them, pay 2 life. I want to see their hand. Okay. We need to get rid of this, this. I'm down to cycle. Jet's fine. Yeah, I'm not going to counter a jet. Another Ancient Tomb. Perfect. Yep. Force the will, that's fine. We can maybe counter something. Let's cycle. Let's draw. Let's preordain. Put on the bottom. Draw a card. That's fine, because I'm just going to now fetch Underground Sea, Dark Ritual, into Doomsday. I would like my Ancestral Recall. I would like a Black Lotus. I would like a Pact. So what? We draw for turn. We Ancestral will have 1 card left in our library. What do? We just make it Thassa plus... There should be an island in this pile somewhere. It's all alphabetical. Right? So what? I Ancestral into Lotus Island Oracle. That's fine. Lotus Pact Island. Oracle's my last card. Okay. Yep. Because I already have the Oracle in hand. So how we want this is I want Oracle on the bottom, and then these 3 don't matter, but we'll do Island, Black Lotus, Pact, Recall, and hit OK. And pass the turn. And I'm just hard forcing anything that stalls me. Sure, that's fine. Everything is counterable. Yeah. This. Pitching this. Tap. Okay. Myself. Land. Okay, cool. Let's go to sideboarding. Okay, we want Fatal Push X3 and a Dismember. We'll cut the Street Wraith. We'll cut Consider. Oh, I also want another Force of Negation, and my goal is to just counter their mana. So I think that is totally fine. So I need to take out 5 cards. So I think we could get away with doing something like this and be fine. Double Street Wraith, Mystical, Preordained Consider. Submit the deck. We are trying to fade a Chancellor of the Annex is the main goal. Oh, man. They kept 7. I think we have to mulligan. We'll keep. I have to get rid of 3 cards. Misdirection, cancel that. Misdirection, Flusterstorm, and maybe we have to cancel all of that. What, do we want double force? So, Fluster. Maybe we can only have 1 force. Okay. No, it happens. Yep, they got the Chancellor. Scary. Okay, less scary. I'm just going to counter a bunch of stuff. So we have a Chancellor tax. Yeah, Jet's fine. Let's go Underground Sea. Float a blue. Hit yes, we want to pay for this Chancellor. Hit OK. Okay, that was a pretty big win right there. So right now, all I know in their hand is this Chancellor of the Annex. That's just rotting. Let's duress my opponent. What you got? What you got? Chancellor, Siege and Dungeoneer, Anointed Peacekeeper. Okay. Maybe duress is bad. But it did snag that land one time, which was sweet. White Plume Adventurer. Oh man, I think we force this. So they're gonna Anointed Peacekeeper me. It's gonna suck. They're probably gonna name. Yeah, let's see what you name. It's a 3/3. Force of Will. Okay. Yep. Untap, upkeep, draw. We're gonna pass the turn. We're just hoping to keep them fading lands here. Which seems to be the case. That is not the case. Okay, so whenever it attacks, so that's fine. Not really. They have taken the initiative. Yep. We need like Ancestral into a lot. This is a start. We'll dismember that. Ow. We're just buying time at this point. Wait, what? Why couldn't that work? You control at the battlefield. Ah, that's my B. Okay, well, that happens. I got a little too gung-ho there. So right now, yeah, I mean, they're just going to try to start to close out the game, which is fair. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so our goal is like Ancestral Dark Ritual. Pain. We're going to take a lot of pain here. Yep. 5. We can't Doomsday anymore. Yeah. Ow. What can we draw? Okay. Oh, wait. It got big. Okay. I think we just run it back. There's really nothing else that I want. Duress seemed pretty bad. Maybe we should cut the Duress. But early on, like, it's great. Okay, we want to Fade Chancellor. Even though, like, I think we did pretty well, we just kind of petered out, even with our 5. Yes, I would like to be on the play. Sure, I'll keep this. I would turn 1 play. They have no Chancellor. So I'm going to go land, fetch, UC, black, duress them. What is your hand? You have Archons, a Myriad Call. Okay, they had the fast mana, so we're just going to take this. And press OK. So it looks like we're just going to counter a Mox. Get rid of this misdirection. And see what happens. Yeah. Get rid of misdirection. Oh, there's the Pearl. There's a snow-covered plains. That's fine. Let's cycle. Sweet, we hit a land. They got the Ancient Tomb. Let's go Underground Sea. I don't want to shuffle. I want Time Walk. I want Oracle, Oracle. I want a land. I want an island. I definitely want like an island. I mean, I could just do a bunch of cyclers. No, because I cut out some cyclers. I'll take a Street Wraith. And an island? So it's Street Wraith, Island, Oracle, Oracle? Okay, that I'll just hit done. So what's my pile? It'll be Street Wraith into Time Walk, and then so I draw for turn, which is Street Wraith. I Street Wraith into Time Walk, and then I play an Oracle and just try to win. That's fine by me. Solitude is what I'm worried about. So I think we're gonna go this, 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 this. Okay, so they're probably gonna go Tomb into Archon. No, Wasteland. Interesting, interesting. That's fine. Which means I can dig through my pile a little bit more this turn. Okay, let's fade another Wasteland, please. I mean, if they top deck Wasteland, Runner, Wasteland, it happens. 'Tis the world of Magic the Gathering. Yeah, that's fine. Sure. That's clearly their draw for turn. That's Sarameria. Cycle. Okay. Round 5, final round, and we won the die roll for the 5th time in a row. Feels good. I would like to go first. This hand is terrible. We're gonna mulligan. This hand is better. I'll keep this. We're gonna bottom the Oracle. And we're gonna start off with a Gataxian Probe, see what my opponent's working with. Okay, let's see what they're on. They are shops. Okay. Scary, scary. So what, they're gonna go like... They have double sphere resistance. I don't like that. And... so what, we need to brainstorm maybe into a force? Maybe they just lead with Patchwork. Hopefully they only lead with Patchwork. Yep, there's the workshop. Sphere resistance, workshop. I'm going to brainstorm a response. And pray. Huh, we did hit. Can we undo? Maybe? We cannot. Oh wait, no. We're going to force pitching this. So that's workshop, that's a sphere resistance. We hit. Okay. Then I have a stop on my upkeep. Let's grab a Dark Ritual. Let's draw said Dark Ritual. Undo. So what, next turn is... What? Patchwork Sphere Resistance? So what, I can Ancestral into... It would be what? Ancestral, Lotus, Thassa's Oracle, Island, Thassa's Oracle? Yeah, so we paid 2. Yeah, this works. Okay. Hit done. Okay, so it's going to be Oracle, Lotus, Island, Recall. Okay, let's fade like a Trinosphere or a Wasteland or something. There's a Saga, that's okay. There's the Patchwork, yep. That we knew about. And then there's the Sphere Resistance. It's also okay. Pretty sure they're just dead. Yep, hit OK. Yep. Draw. Blue. Blue. Recall target myself. Island. Lotus. Lotus for blue. Into Oracle. Oracle triggers. They can't cast anything. We have another Oracle in case we want to go again next turn if we lost somehow. Begin sideboarding. Okay, this is where we have our Steel Sabotages and our Force of Negation. We don't have much mana, so the ward effect on Patchwork Automaton is going to cause us issues. So we don't really want to deal with that. They're a beatdown strategy. We don't want this Necro. We want to go fast. Fast. We can consider. We don't need this consider. We don't need this misdirection. Daze isn't bad. Do we want to cut a Street Wraith? I'm down to cut a Street Wraith. These four. For these four. And let's submit the deck. I don't really know what they run on their sideboard. I think some of them run Myberry Traps. That's probably their blue count to deal with me going off very fast. But I think they're going to mainly look for like the stacks effects to deal with me. But seeing double sphere, very, very scary. His hand doesn't do anything. I'm gonna mulligan. Sure. You'll keep. Hopefully they kind of keep a weird hand. Just gonna bottom a Doomsday and pray. Put it, yeah. Okay, there we go. Yep. So they don't have a patchwork. This hand is scary. Ooh, if we had another blue card for this force. Yep. That's fine. So it looks like they're just going to Saga me to death. I'm down to go this. Pass the turn. Yeah, Shops has always been kind of very difficult for Doomsday to deal with. Yes, that's fine. Lotus would be quite nice. Quite nice if we hit a Lotus. But we shall see. Technically, they could hard cast a something. I'm okay with this. They're just kind of trying to lock me out of the game a bit. But we've got... What do we have? Would you like to pay 2 life? Would I like to pay 2 life? Yes, I would like to pay 2 life. We have hard cast negation. Either way would cost us 3. We'll see. We have hard cast. We have days. So we'll see what they decide to do. But right now we're just trying to lock them out. I'll cycle in case they get a Pithing Needle. Okay, that's fine. Soul Ring plus Crucible of Worlds. So what? They can't. We paid the 3. That's fine. Yeah, we're both going slow. So we want to remain going slow. Maybe the Flusterstorms are bad. Flusterstorms are probably a cut. But here's the Doomsday. And we pay the 1. Yep. Okay. Gush costs 3 to play? Ugh, that sounds terrible. Sounds very terrible. I'm down for Street Wraith, Time Walk, Street Wraith, Thassa's Oracle. Thassa's Oracle? Sure. So it's Street Wraith, Thassa's Oracle, Time Walk, right? Street Wraith, Thassa's Oracle, Time Walk. This game hates me. We'll do it again. Time Walk. Thassa's Oracle. Street Wraith. That's 5 cards. Hit done. It's going to be Oracle. What? Street Wraith. Time Walk? Do your worst. You're kind of almost locked under your own effects. So we'll hit OK. Yeah, these flushers aren't good. They probably should have came out. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Good job. Yep. Hit OK. Blue. It's Time Walk. Hit OK. And then we will draw for turn. Cycle. Blue, Oracle. Yeah, we could just play that game super slow. It'd be fine. Trigger. Awesome. We did very well. I will go into a breakdown of some things that we could have done. Okay. That was a pretty good second league. 4-1. There were a good amount of misplays. First thing is I have a sideboard guide that I have created, and I should take this and use this while I'm playing. There were a lot of times where I said, man, these Flusterstorms are pretty bad. Well, yeah, against mono white, I should have cut the Flusterstorms in the misdirection. I'm pretty sure I only cut the misdirection. I left in the mental misstep. Easy 5 card cut versus them. You get to keep your speed by keeping the street rates. So right there, this came up quite a bit. So I have this guide. I can bring up this guide. I can talk about stuff. Let's get into round number 1. I was versus the Fastball and Land deck, and never played versus it before. I kind of wanted to let it play out and see what they were doing, maybe eat up time on their clock. I think me hitting OK more ate up most of the time on the clock for myself, but I predicted that they were running Pyroblast. I mentioned that they might have Mindbreak Trap. I did not play around that at all game 3. Game 3, I made this pile, and what I could have done is I could have just passed the turn and made a pile that was Recall, Force Will, Land, Oracle, and maybe a Sapphire. And what I could do is I could crack Lotus during their turn, consider into Ancestral Recall, and then I'd have Force of Will, Land, and Oracle in hand, and now I have Force pitching this Daze that's kind of useless. And then I would draw the Sapphire, and then I would have either they don't do anything, and I just land Sapphire, kill them, and that plays around Pact Negation, doesn't play around Pyroblast, but it does at least leave me with a Force of Will in my hand going off. The way that I was kind of looking at it was that these Leyline of the Voids probably won me the game because their hand was probably explosive like their game 1 hand, but they just couldn't really do anything because of the Leyline of the Voids. Round 2 was versus just regular Dredge. There was only one big misplay, and I should have played around Mental Misstep game 1. I didn't think about playing around Noxious Revival, but definitely Mental Misstep I could have played around. So I could have just did a Gush pile of Gush, Lotus, Oracle, X, and X. Just 2 cards I want to hide. Pretty much they have 3 cards in hand. I know one is a Force of Vigor, and the other 2 I don't know of. So when I go cycle, either way, the hand of Gush, Lotus, Oracle would win. And I could put a Pact Negation as my 4th card. Like let's say they do have Force blue card, but I go cycle or Force and Mental Misstep, right? I could just go cycle into Gush, draw Oracle, Lotus, cast Oracle. They go Force on the Oracle. I cycle into Pact Negation, and I win that game. So we wouldn't have to do 3 games. Game 2. It just shows the power of Leyline of the Void plus Shieldred. And then game 3, it took a really long time to make the pile, but I just wanted to make a hand that played around Mindbreak Trap, had double counters, and also played around Mental Misstep. I think this game 3 pile was very strong. If I can find it. Yeah, it took a while. Lotus was not needed. I guess what it didn't play around was them destroying my Sapphire, but that would just delay the time for it. But I do really enjoy these like time walky piles that like just slow down the game, but slow down the game for like my opponent's Mindbreak Traps while just like actually speeding up my games. Round 3, I was versus Stoneblade. It was a pretty interesting deck. It was just straight Azurius, no Luris. So they had the Hull Breachers, they had Lavinias. Just seemed like a pretty strong deck. The thing I didn't like about it, I don't like those like fetchable surveil lands that like let you. Just putting lands into play that come into play tapped is just really bad in a format where like you want to keep Flusterstorm, you want to keep Spell Pierce open, you want to have, even if your deck doesn't run them, you want to have that threat. So having a land that comes into play tapped just feels pretty awful, in my opinion. Game 1, I made one of my favorite piles, which is a Time Walk pile that also duresses. It is very, very powerful. It beats Dress Down. You do need 2 to 3 lands to set it up. So pretty much you'll pass the turn, you'll Gush, you'll draw Time Walk Duress, you'll play your land, you'll Duress. If they have a Dress Down, they'll cast it then you'll Time Walk. Then the next turn, you have another land drop, and you'll cast Oracle. They have to kill that Oracle. If they don't, you win. After that, you have another Oracle backup. Incredibly powerful hand. Definitely recommend that as a hand that can deal with Dress Down. One of my biggest fears for Eternal Weekend was Dress Down. So I was running Pact of Negation. I still love Pact of Negation. You'll see it in a lot of my piles. But besides that, I think that this is a very good standard pile to like just slow down the game while progressing your board and getting as much information as possible. Game 3. Game 3 is where I Fatal Push their Hull Breacher. I Fatal Push their Hull Breacher instead of dismembering it. Maybe I was supposed to dismember it first. And then I go for a Doomsday. My whole thing was I was reading them on a second Hull Breacher and not a Lavinia. So that kind of threw me off. But I think if I dismember Hull Breacher and then Fatal Push the Lavinia, I maybe win the next game. But I did think that this would be a good example of a dress down pile. So we'll go through this. We'll see what my pile was that I made. Here's my pile. And then we'll come here to Cockatrice and we'll create a nice dress down pile. So we need the Gush, Lotus. We need this. Lotus. Time Walk. Should be a Gush. And then there is a dress down somewhere in here. There we go. Okay. So my Doomsday resolved. I killed their Hull Breacher. They're going to go Lavinia, and then I'm going to just lose because I can't do anything with this Dismember. That was just a misplay on my part, was not thinking about Lavinia. But we could do draw for turn, dress down. This is if I like Fatal Wasteland, right? Like, we're just trying to win. Like, if they have it, they have it. That's just how Magic works. So we dress down into Gush. We return our 2 lands. And we draw Lotus, Time Walk. I play my land for turn. I have the option to now dismember. I play Lotus, land Lotus, and then I have the option to crack Lotus for black. And so I'll crack Lotus for blue, Time Walk, and now I have a blue and my land in play, and then I can just dismember their. I'll dismember their creature. Like, I can dismember their Lavinia, or I can just leave Lavinia in play, take the next turn, play second land and Oracle. Another option that I just thought of is, what if we don't run Time Walk? We could just do something like this, because we still have our land drop. So here's our lands in our hand. We do dress down into Gush, into Lotus, Oracle. We play our land for turn. We crack Lotus, we play Oracle. They got to deal with it. If they don't deal with it, I win. If not, I'm just going to. We cannot do that. We actually can't do that because we still have Dress Down to play. So yeah, issue with Dress Down is Dress Down stops our own ways of winning. So yes, anytime you play Dress Down, you have to have Time Walk. So my apologies there, little rant, but it's good to see like the thought process, the cogs turning. So you cannot do that. You're pretty much going in on this straight up all-in style pile right here of Dress Down, Gush, Lotus, Time Walk into Oracle, and just praying they don't have anything. If they have a Sensei Stop, they could have something. That's just a thing, but that is a potential win for a dress down there, so it's good to see that. Round 4, that was versus Mono White. Pretty much my whole game plan versus Mono White is that I don't want them to ever draw fast mana that produces white mana. They're a very fragile deck when it comes to like having no like a lot of white sources. So you see a Chrome Mox ever get cast against you, you should just, and you have a force, don't ever let it resolve. Force it. If someone's gonna leave with a Black Lotus and you have a force, just force it, get it out of the game. It's one of, as long as like if they go like land and it's a fetch land or a blue source and they go Lotus, you can let Lotus resolve. But I would definitely just straight up counter any fast mana that isn't led with a land previously before it. So here we kind of game one we forced our Chromox and then we duress them, and they just kind of, and we take their other white source. They kind of can't do anything. I did have one misplay, and that is where game two I dismember their one of their creatures, and then I think because a creature left the battlefield, revolt triggers, and I can just revolt and kill their other creature with fatal push. No, fatal push revolt checks if a permanent from your side of the field leaves, so I just needed to actually read my card. So, a little thing for the future that I'll be learning. I also drew these Flusterstorms a lot, which I would have known not to if I read my own sideboard guide. And then finally, round 5 was for Shops. Shops has used to be like the bane of Doomsday's existence back in like 2013 through like, I don't know, for like next 4 years. Shops is just such a dominant deck because 4 Thorn, 4 Chalice, 4 Lodestone Golem. Like the deck was just abusive. So it's toned down now. It's more like creature beatdown decks. But my opponent had like a very stacksy shop like game plan. So like I played it very conservatively. I saw that they had double sphere. Luckily, we hit force effect, and we're just able to Doomsday and go slow and play throughout their own thing. The only problem was I am not playing around Wasteland here. I don't know if there was a way to really play around Wasteland, but I saw like okay, their read is going to be the next turn. They're going to probably go Saga, Patchwork, Automaton, Sphere Resistance, and if they do those exact things that they did, I was just going to win. Then game two, they kind of just locked themselves out under their own Trinisphere, and I just kind of ate them alive. I just had a hand that was full of mana and a Doomsday, and eventually I was going to cast a Doomsday, and I just made a very nice slow pile that just went into like a double Oracle win. Yeah. But besides that, I had a lot of fun. Next league, I'm definitely going to have my sideboard up. I think that will be key. Here's so that I don't make these misplays. It'll make sideboarding a lot faster. Eventually, I'll even go over and break down like the full details of my sideboard list and what I like to do. But until next time, thank you all for watching and have a great day.